Thanks for joining me. Today I'm taking you to the 2024 Karavanİst camping show in Istanbul. My husband and I have been interested in campers for a few years now, and I don't know if we'll ever get one, but we just like to look for fun. This year's show was held at the Tuyap Convention Center, which is located in the far west of Istanbul. Entrance was 200 Turkish lira, a little bit less than $7, and there were a variety of caravans, camper vans, tiny homes, as well as a lot of vendors showcasing their camping accessories. I actually made a video last year when my husband and I were looking at some caravans here in Turkey, so I'll link that here. But we were able to see a much better variety right here at the fair. Most of the campers were from Turkish brands, but there were also a few international ones as well. Pricing for caravans can really vary depending on the builder, materials used, and just overall quality of the build. Initially, I was a little discouraged because the quality of quite a few of the caravans we saw was not the best, in my opinion, but after a bit of searching, we found some better options. My husband is a stickler when it comes to quality, and I personally like to look at the functionality and layout when discerning a good one from a bad one, but there were so many to view that it'd be impossible to show them all, so I'll just go ahead here and put a few that my husband and I like the most for various reasons, and I'll try to include some pricing if it's available. There were a couple caravans from a company called Umarsan that we really liked. First of all, I'm a sucker for this adorable retro vibe, and I think everyone else who saw it was too, because I heard a lot of people walking by saying, "Aw, çok tatlı," meaning so cute. This little guy was a mini at 2.8 meters long, but it had everything that you could need for a short trip, and I enjoyed the simplistic interior layout and design. And for how small the camper was, the bathroom was actually quite spacious comparatively. The same company had a similar style camper that was a little bit larger at 3.9 meters long, and it had a nice amount of exterior storage. Now ideally, I would prefer a slightly larger kitchen space to work with, but I did appreciate the large bathroom. And I'll use large very loosely here since it's only large compared to many of the other ones that we had seen that barely offer you enough room to sit down on the toilet. Both of these capsule models were also made of fiberglass. We also really enjoyed this little teardrop-shaped camper van from 5K Caravan made of fiberglass. My husband and I looked at some teardrop-shaped ones before when we were living back in Seattle, and we fell in love with their cuteness and portability. Now I suppose these are more for those who simply just want a place to sleep for the night and cook a little meal, since there's really not much space for anything else, but it makes it so convenient to travel with. I really like their large windows as well, reaching all the way to the ceiling. And although the kitchen is located on the exterior, there's probably just as much space, if not more, than many of the other kitchens we've seen. This larger caravan, also from 5K, was again fiberglass and was 5.4 meters long, which is just the right size, not too big nor too small. The interior layout was quite traditional for one of this size, but they did have other floor plans available that would be more suited to our needs. I liked the large front windows taken all the way up to the ceiling again to allow for lots of light. The craftsmanship on this one was good, and it also had a nice amount of storage on the outside. Probably my favorite caravans would have to be any of the Airstreams that were featured. I just love their design. It's like you're stepping into an episode of the Jetsons. I guess they're considered a bit of a luxury, so the price tags were reflective of this. However, the craftsmanship in the build was excellent. They thought of every little touch when it came to design to help make your stay in a small space feel more functional and luxurious. We also checked out this German-made Fendt camper van that came in at just over 6 meters. This was another quality construction build. It featured ample storage inside and out and had a spacious bathroom and shower area. The layout was really functional, and you could definitely tell that a lot of thought went into how this small space could best be used. This was one of the larger ones we looked at, but we came back a second time to see it just because we liked it so much. The Caravan show featured more than just caravans, though. There was also a large portion of the convention center dedicated to just tiny homes. I've been interested in tiny homes for a number of years now, even before it really took off more recently. I like the idea of living small and the creativity that it requires to make yourself and your possessions fit into a small space. I have to admit, though, I was a little disappointed in the options that were available here. While there were still a good amount of nicely designed ones, many of them were lacking in quality craftsmanship and seemed very dysfunctional, especially if it's to operate as a person's primary residence. There were a lot of things I saw that just sort of made me tilt my head and think that they weren't planned out properly ahead of time. Many times we found seams that weren't aligned, flooring and windows installed crookedly, and even appliances that couldn't properly be utilized. After watching hundreds of tiny home tours on YouTube, I already have my perfect tiny home design figured out, and these just couldn't compare. In addition, there were many vendors showcasing their camping products. There were companies there showing everything from tents and portable bathrooms to camper-specific doors, power conversion systems, and more. It would be a great place to check out if you're building your camper from scratch or doing a remodel. We didn't walk away with a new camper on this day, but it was great to become more familiar with what's available here in Turkey. I've been to the Seattle RV show before, and I would say this is generally pretty comparable. There weren't any giant RV homes available here like there are in the US, but that was about the biggest difference. Thanks for watching this little video of mine. If you'd like to see more from my perspective as an American living in Turkey, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and giving this video a thumbs up. I can't wait to bring you more from Turkey soon. Until next time, thanks!